it early enough where so he's in the hitting position when the ball's there.
It's not a hitch if you get it done early.
On time.
Yep. It's a timing device if it's like that.
Frank Robinson did it. Stan Musial did it.
Now the Cubs have to figure out a way to get Skip Schumacher out. They haven't been able to do that tonight.
He's pitching slow and away, Dan.
All right, let's see if they follow your advice. He's 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. He's also walked, driven in a run, and scored a run. And Larry Rothschild is on the phone again. And we got a pitch to hit. Fouls it back. The Cardinals, like the Cubs tonight, have had their opportunities. Ryan Ludwig thrown out at home, and Holiday got caught in a rundown between first and second. Schumacher thrown out at home by Marlon Aver to end the 6th.
That's a real good pitch to set up what you want to do to get him out, and that's something way and down. Push him away, make him move his feet, throw it in off the plate. He moved his feet. Now I think you have a chance.
Activity now in the Cubs pen. Left-hander James Russell is up.
He has such an inside-out swing, Skip Schumacher. You see Russell down there.
Jamie Russell, Jeff Russell's boy. He was my closer for a while. Great athlete, great player. The animal? Jeff is something, boy. No, he saved 44 games. Fireman of the year, Texas Rangers. Sajin came in next year and said, you know, I think we're going to change things up and have Jeff only pitch 1 inning this year. I think he used him a little too much. I said, well, he's Fireman of the year. Here's the pitch. He says, yeah, but we really want him to only pitch 1 inning. And Agent got up and was leaving the room, and I said, you know, I think I'm going to agree with you. He turned around, really? I said, yeah, but I'll decide what inning. I got a call the next day. They thought my handling of Jeff was just proper.
Good at bat for Schumacher. They've gone back and forth all night long. The Cardinals got 2 in the 2nd. The Cubs 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th. And then St. Louis tied it in 6th, but again, both teams with lots of opportunities to score more runs than they have tonight. The Cubs looking to sweep the series. Center field and down for a hit. Runners had to hold, so everybody can only advance a base. The errant throw is backed up by Soto. Schumacher's got a 4-hit game, and the bases are loaded.
Well, as the base runner there at second base, you have one thing to do, and that's to be halfway. If that ball drops, you've got to score. Holiday's out there. He's thinking that Marlin might catch it, and he's worried about with 1 out that he's going to go and tag up at second. You have to be halfway and bouncing.
And you have to be turned the opposite way than he was. You have to get your back to home plate.
See the play in the outfield?
Yes, not be looking over your shoulder.
Well, I think Jose Oquendo's asking him, you know, to do something differently next time he's out there. He goes, he stops, he goes, stops, goes, stops. No, we're not going to score on that. It was tough.
You can do it a lot of ways. You can have your hips towards third base and be looking over your shoulder. Once you have to turn your hips, that really slows you down.
So the bases are loaded. Holiday at third, Jay at second, Schumacher at first. A golden opportunity for Yadier Molina to give the Cardinals the lead here in the top of the 10th inning. Ooh, he got a hanging breaking ball, but missed it. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he did. Play it again, Sam, one more time.
Sharply hit to second. And they turn the double play. Another missed opportunity for the Cardinals.
are for.
Come to Lowe's this weekend and find great savings during our Energy Star event. Now through July 26th, get 10% off Energy Star major appliances, like this Samsung French door refrigerator to keep your summer cool. And here's a bright idea. Find 6-pack CFL light bulbs, now just $6. That's just $1 per bulb. For these and more Energy Star saving offers, head to Lowe's, the first product retailer to win Energy Star's highest honor. Experience. Lowe's. Let's build something together.
You might have beaten me to Bristol, but there ain't no way you're getting to Dago for me.
Driving mighty slow to be talking like that.
Well, that is just adorable. Do me a favor. Let me know how my tail lights are working.
See you at the track. Eastbound and down, going up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done?
Come on, baby. Come on, don't be like that. Come on. There you go. There you go.
We've got a long way to go, and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound and down.
On to the bottom of the 10th here in Chicago, still tied at 3 after that big double play ball that the Cubs turned to win the top half of the inning. Hey, don't forget, Tuesday night on an all-new E60, among the stories featured, Michael Smith sitting down with the Rays' star young pitcher David Price and talking about the private pain Price has endured since becoming a professional nearly 2 years ago. E60 presented by Ford on ESPN Tuesday at 7. Kosuke Fukudome's first at bat of the night came on last inning in a double switch. He's in the 9 spot. Ryan Franklin out for his second inning of work on the mound, and a breaking ball for a strike. After Fukudome, Tyler Colvin and Starlin Castro.
And Tony using his closer 2 innings on the road here shows the importance of this game and not wanting to be swept in this 3-game series.
Base hit Fukudome. Has there been a half inning in this game where nothing has happened?
Just one. Carpenter's 1-2-3 inning.
1-1-2-3 inning.
6. That's it.
Mott had one as well, but boy, every inning, as we said a little bit earlier, has almost been its own little mini drama with runners on and strategy and runners getting thrown out at the plate, double play balls.
And now we'll see a real lead at first, and Franklin he's going to give all of his tricks, his hold, his throw over. Going to see if Colvin's bunting for a base hit. I think it's the play in this situation. He's not a leadoff hitter, probably doesn't bunt that much, but bunt for a base hit, see if you can create something more than just the sacrifice, and if not, at least get that runner to second. Yep, there's the bag of tricks. We're going to hold and step off.
He's holding not only to read the base runner, but to read Colvin's hands.
Bunt or not.
You want to watch the hands. You're giving Lopez at third a chance to see if he's going to give away the bunt. There's 3 strikeouts in his last 3 at-bats. I think he's bunting.
And then often they'll say, well, if he's not bunting, maybe it's a hit and run, and then they'll go to the pitch up. But this is going to be a pitch and a bunt for a base hit. Strike 1.
Pacing by Lou Piniella, Mike Quanti, the third base coach, relaying Pinella's instructions to the plate.
And that's one of the situations when you have a young player. You know what play you want to put on, but you don't have full confidence nor the knowledge of whether or not the player can execute it. And it's all about giving him a chance and finding out. Hit and run, bunt for a hit, sacrifice bunt, hit away. What can he do best in this situation?
Didn't give anything away on the throw to first. The Cubs are 9 back of both St. Louis and Cincinnati at the moment in the National League Central. 9 games to play with the Cardinals the rest of the way after tonight. No bunts. Takes it inside.
Tony's looking at the signs from the third base coach, trying to figure out if this is a hit and run situation. Lou took the bunt for a base hit off. He let him look at a pitch. Everyone has their timing down. First base runner and the hitter. Throw over, Howard.
I would.
Back to the mound. Wide throw. They'll get the out at second, but that's all. Alfonso Marquez saying Ryan kept his foot on the bag long enough. Lou Piniella disagrees.
No, when a throw takes the runner off the bag like that, you cannot give him that play. It was the throw that made him come off the base. I think he's about 8 inches off the base when he catches this ball, and Lou thinks the same. What a situation in the game. I don't think so. When it's a bad throw, you have to sell it to the umpire that you stayed on the bag. You can't just be coming off the base as though you're in the neighborhood and you're going to turn a double play.
Let's take a look.
He's out.
Got it right.
Huh?
He's way out.
I agree with you.
He's way out. It's that back foot, not the front foot. It was on the first look. I promise you, Bobby.
I'm with you.
I promise you it was on. It was the back of the bag. It was on for a full 2/100ths of a second.
All right, we got to convince
It
Bobby.
might have been.
We're going to convince Bobby. Freeze it. Right there. He's all over it.
He's barely all right. And that's a play you have to sell. You can't. It can't be like that. He's got to be on the base. That's got to be no questions asked.
You're a middle infielder, so you're real technical on the whole sell.
Well, I mean, if you're going to turn a double play, it's one thing. You could be in the neighborhood. If you're going to get a force out, you've got to be on the base. I always just thought. But it looked like he wasn't on the base for that little.
And I appreciate you giving in there.
A tenth of a second. Yeah, I think he was.
No, I think you're right. I agree with you at the end.
Yeah.
So it's a fielder's choice. Colvin at first with a 1 down, tie game, bottom of the 10th. Starlin and Castro is the batter. Castro 1 for 4, an RBI single. He's got 6 hits and 12 at bats in this series. And he could be a hero right here. Takes down an in-ball 1.
Interesting call by Lou Piniella not to keep the bunt on. As much as he's tried to get involved with the Cubs offense, putting the squeeze on twice last weekend to kind of ignite them and get him going.
Again, I think it's not knowing the hitter, not knowing the young player. Didn't want to put him in a whole 0-2 in this situation. Only give him a little shot. Maybe when it went 2-1, he might have gone to hit and run. Not sure. I'm a little surprised, though, also that they didn't try to move the runner over. Hit and run.
Runner goes. Pitch taken inside. Throw skips away. Colvin gets up, puts the brakes on, dives back, and is safe at second. Never a dull moment.
Action-packed.
And always when Brendan Ryan is involved, he is an athletic, acrobatic shortstop. He doesn't make the routine look routine. He's always on edge, and he's got great skills. And watch the way he goes after this ball. When it gets away from the second baseman, he goes out there and he goes for the slide and the sweep, which freezes the runner, and now he's got a chance to get him on the coming back. If he just goes for a normal reach down, you know, he doesn't go for the slide, the runner continues. But that move right there, the slide and the one knee, freezes Colvin.
Winning run at second. Fouled off, 2-1. Well, a young, good fastball hitter got a 2-0 fastball, and he fouled it off.
And with the 1-ball count, Earl, you were mentioning surprised at Lou not being involved. Well, he came right back with the hit and run. The ball came in off the plate so much that young Castro couldn't swing at it. And it was a tough throw for Molina to throw to second. So now he's got the man on second and 1 out. Middle of the order coming up. Maybe his hottest hitter at the plate right now.
Ooh, he chased a slider down and away. This is the combination. Colvin, who's the base runner, Castro, who's the hitter. The dynamic young duo that has been so good for the Cubs in the last week or so since they were moved up to 1 and 2 in the batting order. They have been instrumental in the Cubs scoring 7 runs per game over the last week.
Sorry,
you can see Franklin has done this before. He's used to going more than an inning, and he's done a good job.
I can't believe Colvin's taken the lead on the inside part of the line like that. When he gets into third base, he has got to create an angle so he could score on a base hit. Inside the line like that makes him unable to make a good turn around third base. He should be back about 3 feet. So
without running a farther distance.
Oh, exactly. And a slower distance because he's going to have to. He's moving back now.
Got to him,
and no, he's going to move back inside the line. I don't know why he would be there.
And Castro hit by the pitch.
This is a mistake. He wants to come in. You don't want to give up the hit that loses the game, but you don't want to be in a count where you can get a young hitter out with the breaking ball low and away and hit him on the fastball in. You want to get it in there, maybe even low and in, and then go back to the breaking ball away that he swung and missed on the pitch before.
Now Derek Lee. You see his career numbers against Franklin. Lee tonight is 1 for 4. He doubled and scored in the 4th inning, extending his hitting streak to 8 games. He is a double play candidate. Right-handed batter, hits the ball hard, doesn't run that well. He's grounded into 15 double plays so far this season. Colvin the winning run at second. On a play.
It's been a down year for Derek Lee, hitting only .233 with runners in scoring position coming into this game. Just has not found the timing, has not heated up with the weather. Of late a little bit, but not the production the Cubs had expected this year.
Aramis Ramirez waiting for an opportunity. The 1-1. On a play down the right field line.
They had a pickoff play on a first base. Signal from Pujols to Molina. That ball's not fouled off. They're trying to get the 20-year-old too far off the base with a backdoor pickoff. There's a signal play from Albert. Pitch is supposed to be up and away. Gets in the zone, but Albert's moving right in, and I'm going to tell you,
At him.
I think he had a shot.
That was going to be so bad it was going to be a rundown.
Well, he was moving on the swing too, but he really was off.
Got a piece of Molina on that foul ball. Hey, whoever wins this game is really going to have earned it, and whoever loses it is really going to lament the opportunities they let. Got a piece of Molina on that foul ball. Hey, whoever wins this game is really going to have earned it, and whoever loses it is really going to lament the opportunities they let slip away tonight.
Exactly.
Chicago looking to build a foundation for the possible rest of the season to make a run at the division, and St. Louis looking to stop this losing streak of 3 games
and take a full game lead in the Central.
Lee continues to battle.
Half game, yeah. Cincinnati losing this afternoon.
So the 2 teams in a virtual tie right now for top spot in the National League Central.
What's a half game between friends?
Colvin at second, Castro at first, 1-2 on Derek Lee. Pops him up. Infield fly rule in effect, 2 down. Now Aramis Ramirez.
I've been talking with Lou before the game and asking him about his 1,800 plus wins and his 5,000 games in uniform. He continuously said to me, this job's not as easy as people think it is. Not only here in Chicago, obviously, but anytime you manage a baseball game, and I think we've seen that tonight, Dan, with all the decisions, all the heartbreaks, all the frustration that you go through in a 3.5-hour period, then you have to come back again tomorrow and do it again.
Ramirez is 1 for 4. Good numbers against Franklin, 3 for 7 with a homer. Breaking ball that got a whole lot of the plate. That body language from Ramirez suggests he's thinking, man, I should have swung at that one, Oral.
If the Cardinals lose this game, it's going to be the breaking balls of their pitchers tonight were not sharp. Carpenter had a good cutter. Mott got him out with a fastball. And Franklin has had some backup breaking balls, and so did Carp.
Outfielders playing him to pull. 0-2.
And now, interestingly enough, with 2 outs, Earl, and Dan, Colvin is back in the line at second base. So he's now going to try to get the right angle at the bag. Again, when you're inside the line, it's when you're stealing or you're trying to go on a bunt play. But now he's outside the line, taking his lead so that he can get the proper angle on that inside corner of third base, the one that's closest to the pitcher's mound, so that he could get as direct a line to first base as possible. Home plate him.
Franklin with a good slider right there that Ramirez fights off.
So very important here at Wrigley years ago, Bobby, when you were over in Japan, to take that correct line because there was such a crown in the field. But now with the new drainage system, the field is now completely level, and you can make that turn around third and really get your spikes in it. The ground used to fall out from under you.
That used to be a slip and slide around third.
Yep.
Especially how about when they tried to stop? That was really an adventure.
Ryan Franklin's already thrown 35 pitches. The closer is in his second inning of work. Ramirez having some good cuts. Colvin back to second, and Castro back to first.
Colvin having some great jumps. If it's a base hit to the outfield, this game's over.
I am a true believer right here to double up on the high fastball. I do not want to lull back into the Little League pattern of one fastball now back to the breaking ball. You've got plenty of pitches to play with. You got an 0-2 count. I want to reassure the hitter that he doesn't know what's coming.
Now how about Molina acting behind the plate as if he's calling for the high fastball, but then sliding away to get ready for the slider that was coming in.
Well, the reason I said double up with the fastball is I don't need a big pitch yet. I've got third base open, so I've got 2 hitters to get 1 out. I know he's deking for the fastball up. The reason I call for another waste pitch is because I'm in a count 0-2, and he swung at the last high fastball that wasn't even close. You might be able to get him to take it up the ladder, but you really almost start a fresh count when you throw another one up there.
The 1-2. Fastball hit sharply off the body of Schumacher. Everybody is safe. An error charged to Schumacher.
And that slipping and sliding occurred going around third base with Colvin as that ball was knocked down. Shoemaker looked up. If he was able to look up and make a quick throw, Colvin was on his butt taking a turn around third.
A high fastball, didn't get it up high enough. Colvin coming around. He's got the angle Bobby's been talking about, but watch when he comes around here. Gets on the sides of his spikes, and that grass got some dew on it here late. Think like that was like when the crown was there.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Marlon Byrd may be in on more big plays in this game than anybody else. Chases the slider. Tyler Colvin is at third. He's the winning run. Starlin Castro is at second. Aramis Ramirez is at first. 2 down as the Cubs try to win it here in the bottom of the 10th. Franklin over 40 pitches. Chases another slider.
Earl, this is one of those teaching moments where when you have the bases loaded, bottom half, tie score, runners at second and first, just run through the bags. You don't run to second and you don't run to third and slide because you slow down when you slide. You run straight through the base into the outfield when they're trying to get a force out on you so the run scores before they appeal you.
Bird picked that one up better. Took the slider. Bird trying to figure out, is he ever going to get a fastball or is he going to get a 4th consecutive slider? Fastball throws him, and the Cubs leave him loaded. Franklin outguesses Bird, and we're going to the 11th.
Poker will never be the same. It will change the game forever.
Rush Poker is going to revolutionize the way people play poker.
You always have to think.
Lots of hands, lots of action. Rush Poker is excitement.
4 or 5 times as many hands per hour.
Because it's constant action.
You always have a hand. Can't wait to get back to the table.
It's exhilarating. Just more hands, more action. Why wouldn't you want to play Rush Poker?
Experience the rush. Only on FullTiltPoker.net. Come play for free.
I say you put your hands up. Put our hands up. Put our hands up. Put our hands up. One more time. Put our hands up. Where do you put your hands? I say you put your hands up. Where do you put your? I say you put your hands up.
Buy happiness. Get 20,000 in-game coins to spend on boosts, scouting, and building your Madden Ultimate Team only when you pre-order Madden NFL 11 at GameStop. Power to the players. Rated E for everyone.
During the Honda clearance event, you can save on any Civic, the most durable, longest-lasting car in its class. These offers are the only thing from Honda that won't last.
It's called the knock.
See your Honda dealer today.
I may be in my pajamas right now, but I'm not going to bed. I'm going to college online to get a degree. Education Connection will connect you to the right online college for free. And log on now, and Education Connection will send you their free success kit stuffed with information on online schools, scholarships, even degrees that take the least amount of time. This is a $100 value, and it's yours, free.
Log on to myschoolnow.com. That's myschoolnow.com.
A little bit of everything so far here tonight at Wrigley. Tied at 3 going to the 11th. More baseball coming your way tomorrow and Wednesday night. First on ESPN and Monday Night Baseball. It will be the Detroit Tigers taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. And then Wednesday night, you can see the Cardinals again. They'll be at Citi Field to take on the New York Mets. Both games at 7 Eastern. Both games also available on ESPN3.com. 11th inning underway. Brian Schlitter back on the mound for the Cubs. Colby Rasmus will lead it off for the Cardinals. His first at bat of the night came on defensively a couple of innings ago. Slumping, as you can see lately, has had a hamstring problem. Really had some terrific moments in the first half. Good for power, good on base percentage, good slugging percentage. He'll be followed by Brendan Ryan. And then back to the top of the order for Felipe Lopez. Back activity in both bullpens.
I was just talking to
Justin Berg, the right-hander. James Russell, the left-hander. Swing and a miss. Rasmus gone. Al McClellan doing a pretty good Ryan Franklin impersonation down there.
Or ZZ Top.
Going to get some chin hair if you want to pitch in the Cardinals bullpen.
If you're a hitter and could grow a long beard, would it be a hit by pitch if it hits your beard? It's hanging down really long.
Bobby?
The answer
You're our
would
rule book
be
expert.
yes.
Yes, it would
hit
be,
by
right.
pitch.
Well, everybody should have Santa Claus beards. Then they would institute some length of beard rule.
Interesting. I'm talking about hit by pitch. I think that, Earl, on those rule changes, the guys that wear the big elbow guards, if the ball hits the elbow guard and comes back to the catcher, it should be a ball. Only when it hits the elbow guard and goes back toward the pitcher.
Goes into fair territory.
Is it really contact? Because if you didn't have it on, it would have missed you.
Right.
Exactly.
I tell you, Ryan's having very good at-bats tonight, and I mentioned earlier that he was batting ninth because Carpenter might have been a better hitter, and I know he's struggled this year, but tonight he's really having very good at-bats.
Has a couple of hits and an RBI. He's popped this one up for Terrio. Out number 2. Let's send it back to Ryan Burr with the Sports Center right now.
Okay, Dan, thanks so much. Jamie McMurray wins the Brickyard 400, joins Jimmy Johnson, and Dale Jarrett is the only driver to win both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard in the same season. Big trade in Major League Baseball. The Diamondbacks deal pitcher Dan Herron to the Angels for Joe Saunders and a couple minor leaguers. Sports Center whenever we're done, whenever that is, guys.
We're starting to wonder about that ourselves. 2 outs here in the 11th inning. Felipe Lopez 0 for 4 with a walk. The Cardinals don't play tomorrow. They'll fly home tonight. And they will begin a series, fly to New York tonight. And they will begin a series Tuesday night against the Mets. That's the Wednesday night ESPN game we were telling you about. The Cubs do play tomorrow. They're down in Houston. Pinella at times tonight has had a big smile on his face. At times he's argued with umpires. At times he's been pacing. Upcoming schedule for the Cubs. Big series with Cincinnati. Again, if they have any hope of getting back into it, they've got to do some serious damage against the Reds and the Cardinals. Pinella says, hey, let's play the games and see what happens.
Well, this is one of those easy ones that Lou was talking about. You know, managing is a tough job, but this is just a walk on the beat.
Yeah. He's had it on autopilot most of the night, huh?
Oh, yeah. Been fun.
Not much to decide here tonight. Foul ball.
The hard thing for the Cubs is they haven't done anything in streaks this year. No losing streak over 4 games, no winning streak over 4 games. And the only way they're climbing back in this is they're going to have to win, 9 out of 11, 14 out of 17. They're going to win 7 in a row when everybody else plays 500 to cut a third of the lead off.
They might have to get hot in the next few days for Jim Henry to decide they're in it, because there's been talk that they could be sellers. Ted Lilly, somebody like that. High and deep to right field. Got a chance. It's gone.
You can hit a fastball.
Felipe Lopez has given the Cardinals the lead.
Fastball hitter that when thrown a breaking ball was able to foul it off this at bat. And so it got him back into one more fastball and gave himself a chance.
Randy Wynn batting in Ryan Franklin's spot. So Lopez gives the Cardinals the lead. It'll be turned over to Kyle McClellan in the bottom half of the 11th. With the pitcher spot, Giovanni Soto and Ryan Theriot, the scheduled hitters for the Cubs. Wynn skies one to right field. Fukudome, inning over. Lopez homers. The Cardinals have a 4-3 lead going to the bottom of the 11th. Big moment for Lopez, and he knew it. The Cardinals 3 outs away from winning it. As you get one more look at the go-ahead home run, that will take us to the bottom of the 11th at Wrigley.
When you sit down with your $100,000 stake for the big game, you're a loose cannon, an unknown quantity. That's your greatest weapon. A collection of the world's greatest poker players will interrogate you with no mercy. Will you crack? The big game is every weeknight on national TV. Learn and qualify now for free, only at PokerStars.net, the world's largest poker site.
There's oil out there we've got to capture. My job is to hunt it down. I'm Fred Lamont, and I'm in charge of BP's efforts to remove oil from these waters. BP has taken full responsibility for the cleanup, and that includes keeping you informed. Every morning, over 50 spotter planes and helicopters take off and search for the oil. We use satellite images, infrared and thermal photography to map and target the oil. Then the boats go to work. Almost 6,000 vessels. These are thousands of local shrimp and fishing boats organized into task forces and strike teams, plus specialized skimmers from around the world. We've skimmed over 27 million gallons of oil water mixture and removed millions more with other methods. We've set out more than 8 million feet of boom to protect the shoreline. I grew up on the Gulf Coast, and I love these waters. We can't keep all the oil from coming ashore, but I'm going to do everything I can to stop it. And we'll be here as long as it takes to clean up the Gulf.
They're invading from space.
This is completely and totally awesome.
They call it electronic mail.
Oh! What?
No wires, huh? And I'm still surfing. It's boosting performance automatically.
Meet the 2010 Intel Core processor family.
A home run by Felipe Lopez with 2 outs in the top of the inning has given the Cardinals a 1-run lead going to the bottom of the 11th. Kyle McClellan is the new Cardinals pitcher. We're going to pick up the save. He had one earlier this year, early June against Cincinnati. And the batter is Xavier Nady coming on to hit in the pitcher spot. It'll be Nady, Soto, and Theriot. 6, 7, and 8 for the Cubs here against McClellan, who is from the St. Louis area and has some very solid numbers. As you can see, another big reason why the Cardinals have the second best ERA in the National League. Up high with a fastball, 2-1.
That save against Cincinnati was with a 3-run lead, but it was a 3-up, 3-down inning. He got Phillips, Votto, and Rowland. So he mowed him down with the pressure on.
Looper to right field, a base hit. Nady came into that at bat 3 for his last 39, so he'll take a little broken bat flare into shallow right.
It was a good pitch running in on him, Morrow. Got it right on the label. Got just enough of the ball. Man up first, no outs. We're in business again, Lou. What are we going to do?
The difference between a high good pitch and a low good pitch. Low good pitch is a little ground ball. High good pitch, you still got a chance to give up that blue tip.
See how the Cubs play it. The batter is Giovanni Soto, the catcher. Soto tonight 0 for 3 with a walk. He's going to do a double play tonight. But he's been hot the last couple of weeks.
As we said earlier, other than Castro, maybe the hottest hitter on this team. They love the way he's swinging the bat, so Lou's give him a chance to hit one in the gap here and get his team back in the game.
SportsCenter will follow this game here on ESPN. The Cardinals hoping to avoid the sweep. Lock it up here in the bottom of the 11th. Justin Berg is up in the Cub pen should this game go to the 12th.
And that's not a bedtime story he was being read there. That was the scouting report of the hitters he's going to face if he gets into this game.
Pulled to third. High throw. And because of that, they only get one. And Lopez kind of dejectedly looking down at his feet, realizing they had to turn 2 on that play.
Good offensive player, but a liability on defense. Here he doesn't know the speed of the runner. He has more time than this to make a good throw so that Schumacher could be the quick man. Here he's only being quick trying to get out of the way and has no chance of turning 2. Any kind of throw. That's a double play with Soto's speed going down the first.
Now Jeff Baker's going to run for Soto. So Baker at first, 1 out. Dave Duncan, the pitching coach, will come to the mound.
This is to give time for the left-hander to get ready for Fukudome in case it's first and second or first and third. Stall tactics.
Dennis Reyes is up in the Cardinal pen. Ryan Theriot is going to be the batter. Theriot tonight is 2 for 4, including a triple that he hit to deep right center field. And the center fielder at the time for the Cardinals was John Jay, who was playing very shallow. And Theriot hit it over his head. Colby Rasmus is now in center. He's not playing much deeper than Jay was before.
Well, they're really playing for the win. They're not worried about the tie.
With 2 outs, I think you'll see him back up a little.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. But you could go with the theory of 2 hits to win the game compared to 1 and play a little deeper.
I think with 2 outs, I like to think about the 2-hit theory, and here I don't like to give up that Blute single that puts the tying run on third base.
2-0 on Theriot. Reyes ready if needed in the St. Louis pen. Ooh, a strike over the inside corner.
Theriot taking all the way and trying to sell this as a ball, Oral.
Almost trying to get hit. He bounds going down into it, almost gets the elbow in there.
Three and 1.
Got the count right.
One out, says Mike Quaddy.
I think he was making it seem like maybe take 1 and deking.
Exactly. Below the waist you're taking, above the waist you're hitting.
I think so.
Same 1 sign.
Bell tie strike, 3 and 2.
I think the 1 in the air means take.
Or the hitter decided to do it on his own.
My goodness. If ever you have a pitch to hit a double on. I guess you send the runner here to stay at a double play and maybe run right into one.
There goes Baker. Swing and a miss. Throw down. Safe at second. Two down and the tying run at second base.
Nice pick again at second base by Ryan.
He has some amazing hands down there at second base. Brendan Ryan has done this 2 or 3 times tonight. He's backed up second base on a ball getting away on a stolen base and held the runner to second. He's very good at reading that ball. He was definitely safe.
Now Fukudome has come up. The left-handed batter, Reyes, was up in the pen, is up in the pen, and now here comes Tony La Russa. And he'll make the move. So the lefty coming in to try to finish it off.
This place is great. How many cute guys here. Do you smell bacon? Oh, yeah. It's a bacon club chalupa. Guys love bacon.
Like, that's really gonna work. Come on.
Hi. Hey. How's it going?
Hi.
What is that you're wearing? It's intoxicating.
Taco Bell's Bacon Club Chalupa is back. Bacon lovers rejoice.
Smells good.
Make no mistake, war is coming with all its glory and all its horror. StarCraft 2 for PC and Macintosh. In stores July 27th. Rated T for teen.
There's always a lot of good things happening in your community. Big things and little things. And the people of Citgo are inspired by the good we see around us every day. So we do our part. You do your part. And one good turn leads to another. Then everyone becomes a part of something bigger. Join us at fuelinggood.com. Your locally owned Citgo. There at every turn.
A fascinating ball game tonight at Wrigley with the Cardinals leading the Cubs 4-3. The Cubs are down to their final out, but they do have a runner at second base as left-hander Dennis Reyes comes in for St. Louis. He last picked up a save in April of last season. Tony La Russa is asking him to get one out. Standing in his way is Kosuke Fukudome. Second at bat of the night for Fukudome. He had a base hit in the 10th inning. Lefties have actually hit Reyes to a higher average than righties have this year. Up and in, ball one.
And Fukudome is 32 points less versus lefties than righties. So you make the call.
And the middle infielders are playing as deep as they can. They have both feet on the outfield grass. Will take a step up to get on the dirt. But they have all the depth that they can get to block this ball if it's a ground ball and keep it from going to the outfield.
And Schumacher playing way over to his left, really playing Fukudome to pull the ball. So a big gap up the middle of the infield if Fukudome can get a ball past Reyes. There's your tying run, your potential tying run. Jeff Baker. In there, 2-1. The Cubs are 0 for their last 9 in this game with runners on base. Two and two. It started with Ryan Dempster, Chris Carpenter. Back almost 4 hours ago, both battled, got in and out of trouble. They had runners thrown out and all kinds of managerial strategy all night long. Another installment of one of baseball's great rivalries is over right now. The Cardinals win it. They hang on and escape, salvaging the final game of this series. The Lopez home run in the top half of the 11th inning holds up. As St. Louis picks up a win in the final game of this series, they move a half game ahead of Cincinnati for top spot in the National League Central with a 4-3 win here tonight.
The opportunity with the extra inning win for the Cardinals created by a battle by Carpenter.
Tonight's Chevrolet player of the game, Felipe Lopez. His 2-out home run in the top of the 11th inning gave the Cardinals the lead, and eventually would it be enough for them to hang on and win by a score of 4-3 in 11 innings tonight here at Wrigley Field. Hugs all around. They needed this one. A great game here tonight. Glad you were with us for Sunday Night Baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago, where the St. Louis Cardinals have defeated the Chicago Cubs 4-3 in 11 extremely entertaining innings. Sports Center is next here on ESPN. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Bobby Valentine, Oral Hershiser, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Dan Shulman saying thanks for watching and so long from the north side of Chicago.
I'm living proof that if you love this game, the game will love you back.
This is Sports Center.
A deal is done before the trade deadline. How it may change the race in the Wild West, and what may force A-Rod to put number 600 on hold. Plenty left to prove. Mike Shanahan talking McNabb and Super Bowl expectations. And he is history. Lance Armstrong says his final farewell to the tour. Hey, you never forget your first. From Daytona all the way to the Brickyard.
We're going to be landing at over 100 miles per hour, then standing up and doing it again.
He graduated from catching snakes to swimming with sharks. What makes this extreme fear seeker live without limits on SportsCenter? Yo, what's good? SportsCenter, 90 minutes worth. On a day the world's top bike race ends, we had a race at the world's top racetrack and chance at a milestone for a guy on the world's top baseball team. Stuart Scott, John Anderson, we got a lot to do.
Yeah, and the guy with the world at his fingertips is Jamie McMurray, who has managed to steer his way to the checkered flag around the most famous 900 miles in NASCAR. 500 in February at Daytona, 400 more Sunday afternoon in Indianapolis. Alan Bestwick out front of our coverage from Indy.
The finish of the 17th Brickyard 400 Sunday at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Jamie McMurray of Missouri following up his Daytona 500 win by scoring at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The burnouts, the victory lane photos, and yes, the big old pucker up and kiss on that yard of bricks. Jamie McMurray winning at Indianapolis on Sunday. And the Brickyard 400 winner joins us now in our ESPN pit studio along with Rusty Wallace and Ray Evernham. How was that kiss? Pretty good?
Yeah, you know, that's just a moment that I'll never forget. And I told Christy, because she's 5 months pregnant right now, I'm like, we'll get to tell our kid at some point when he sees this picture that he was in your tummy when we had this photo taken. So that's a special moment.
That is so cool. All right, here's what we want to do. We want to look at some highlights of the race, have you help us in a couple spots, and then we'll talk some more about your big win today.
Perfect.
The afternoon started with skies clearing, temperatures warming up. Jamie's teammate Juan Pablo Montoya on the pole for the race. Jeff Gordon and the two-time defending winner Jimmy Johnson among the favorites. Jamie started on the outside of row number 2. This race had a chaotic beginning.
Oh, it did. You see Kyle Busch gets loose right there, takes out Sam Hornish, and it's a melee behind and wipes out a bunch of cars. First lap, coming off of turn 2, and a lot of them got wiped out right there.
About 8 cars involved in that accident. That led to a series of things happening. Ryan Newman had not one, but 2 flat left rear tires in the ensuing moments. Then a bunch of guys started pitting with overheating race cars.
Yeah, actually, that wet grass from the rain last night was getting up into everybody's grill screens as the guys were driving through it and causing them to overheat.
Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Carl Edwards, Dale Earnhardt Jr. among those who pitted. Then, this is all, by the way, in the first 15 laps of the race. Max Pappas blows up an engine while Robbie Gordon explodes a right front tire. That's all by the time we get the first 15 laps done. Montoya overcomes an unscheduled pit stop to get back in sync and get way out in front of this race by the 1/4 point. Jimmy Johnson, meanwhile, one of the pre-race favorites, really struggling.
Yeah, they were just nowhere. Couldn't get the car handle all. He comes down pit road now. The guys are going to work hard on it, try to get a better handle on it. They changed the shocks on the front of the car. They sit in pit road for so long they got lapped, and they just had a dismal day.
Now, to the late going. Montoya's got nearly a 4-second lead. But one of the other guys talked a lot about before the race has trouble.
Yeah, it looked like his splitter was dragging. Pieces of it came off and cut both right side tires.
All right, now let's get to Jamie here. Now you're 4 seconds behind Montoya. Fighting with Greg Biffle for second spot. You got him on a restart for that number 2 position. You think he had a shot?
No, I really, I mean, Juan had the best car pretty much all day long, and I was really just glad to be in second at that point.
Then your crew chief says, we're going to get 2 tires on this pit stop. You said what?
Well, I was worried because I thought we had a flat left front, and I knew that 2 tires was most likely going to win the race, but if we did 4, I thought we'd get too far back for the track position.
So it puts Montoya back in 7th for the restart. Jamie's the leader. He gets away from Tony Stewart on the restart, but then Kevin Harvick makes a run at you.
Yeah, my car was really tight on 2 right side tires. The caution let the air pressure build up a little bit. It was way better the next run.
Then Montoya's day comes to a really hard end and a crash off of turn number 4. Disappointing finish for the man who led the most laps on the day. It sets up a final restart and gives you another shot at Kevin Harvick. You're going to be lined up on the outside for the final restart. How'd you get around him?
Well, I just got a really good restart. My car turned really good right here. I heard Kevin, he couldn't get back to the gas when we came off of turn 1. And then, man, I just had a lot more grip that run.
And here he comes to the checkered flag, a sweet sight.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I've seen that shot, for years, and they always show the highlights, and to get to be that guy. I tell you, this is one of the coolest places because you come off turn 4 and you have 15 seconds to take it all in. And I could see the guy waving the checkered flag. I'm like, I cannot believe we did this.
Yeah, really cool. And a kiss on the yard of bricks. So Jamie McMurray wins the Brickyard 400 on Sunday afternoon at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You see the top 8 in the finishing order: Harvick, Biffle, Boyer, and Stewart. The rest of the top 5. Some of the others like Hamlin, Johnson, Gordon, and Montoya, their results in the lower right. So this win a big deal for a few reasons. McMurray won the Daytona 500 back in February, one of the 2 biggest stock car races in America. He won it for his team owner Chip Ganassi, who, by the way, won the Indianapolis 500 here Memorial Day weekend with Dario Franchitti driving. Then they finished off the racing trifecta, if you will, as McMurray for Chip Ganassi scored the Brickyard 400 win today. Team owner had something to say about it.
Is it surreal? Yes. From where we were a while back, yes, people had Jamie written off. People had us, written off. And, but I think, that little, what I said once before was a semester at sea there for Jamie. He came back, couldn't have come back a better person. And, we had grown as a team and he had grown as a driver. And, we picked up where we left off.
So thoughts of team owner Chip Ganassi, and I want to go back, Jamie, to something you said when we were running through the highlight, the call for 2 tires, which turned out to be so critical to getting you track position to try and be in a spot to win the race. You weren't sure. You thought you had a flat tire.
Yeah, when I went on to turn 1 and I heard him say caution's out, and I turned and my car wouldn't turn, I almost hit the wall coming off the corner, and I hadn't really been tight all day long, and so I'm like, I've got a flat left front. And Bono was like, all right, he's like, I want to do two tires here. I'm like, okay. And so, I'm swerving the car back and forth. And we were really fortunate that we were at the very end of pit road, because as we came down pit road, I told Bono, I'm like, look, when we come down pit road, if the left front looks like it has air in it, you say 2 tires, and we'll just put 2 tires on it. So I got down the pit road. I heard him say, I can see you. He's like, the left front's up. We're doing 2 tires.
Jamie, we got to spend a little bit of time together on Thursday doing something off track. And I remember we were sitting there back and forth, and I said, man, what's it going to take? What's it going to take for you to win? And you stopped for a minute. You said, I've got to make no mistakes. They've been giving me really great cars. I've got really fast cars. Got a good team. I've got to not make mistakes.
Right. And I didn't make any mistakes today.
Not today.
Yeah. Man, when you make those green flag pit stops, and you can make up so much time getting on and off of pit road, and you can also get caught speeding. And I knew that the worst mistake that either Juan or I could make today was speeding on pit road because of what happened last year. And so I drove as hard as I could today, and I never really got close to hitting the wall. You know what I mean? I put myself. I felt like I gave the car all it had, and I still had an extra foot to not get in trouble today.
I want to show you a picture that was taken here the day after the Indianapolis 500.
Yeah.
Yourself, Dario Franchitti, standing with the winning trophies for those 2 races, along with Chip Ganassi. There going to be another picture?
That would be pretty cool. I remember that I was really tired that morning. That was after the Coke 600, and we got done racing at midnight or 1, and I got a few hours of sleep. And I got on the plane at 7 a.m. to come up here. You know what? I read a quote where Chip was like, "That might be the best surprise I've had so far," and that made all of that worthwhile.
Yeah.
And that's a moment that you just don't get to have that. And honestly, what Chip has been able to accomplish this year with winning the all those 3 races, it will probably never happen again. And it's really cool to get to be a part of that.
Congratulations. Thanks for joining us.
Yep,
and again, tremendous accomplishment.
Thank you so much, guys.
Jamie McMurray, winner of not only the Daytona 500, but the Brickyard 400 on Sunday afternoon at Indianapolis.
From a race in the heartland of the Midwest, jump on Interstate 70 or Interstate 74, and you find yourself smack dab in the middle of a race in the heartland of the Midwest. I-74 east from Indianapolis takes you to Cincinnati, where heading into Sunday, its baseball team had a half-game lead on St. Louis, a city you'd get to going I-70 west from Indy. Be glad it's not the West Coast, then it'd be the 70 or the 74. First time since he's been in first place this late since 1999. Reds in Houston trying to stay up on St. Boogie. Home plate umpire Jerry Lane makes Cincy pitcher Mike Leake take off his Livestrong bracelet. Lance Armstrong races last day. He's got to take off the Livestrong. It's rules. Pitchers can't wear anything to distract hitters. Bottom two, no score, no bracelet. Hunter Pence, as comedian Jim Gaffigan would say, Livestrong was Mike Leake's power. Without it, he's nothing. Astros lead 1-0. Bottom four, Jason Castro blooper off Leake. Johnny Gomes, though, great grab. Maybe Leake doesn't need Livestrong. Maybe he just needs Johnny Gomes. I can do Richard Pryor, George Carlin, or I can just tell you that Houston's Wandy Rodriguez, 4-1, 2.81 ERA his last 5 starts, and he was freaking kids with his curveball. Leake got freaked on a bender. Orlando Cabrera strikes out in a curve. Chris Heisey swinging on a curve. Said Rodriguez, Cincinnati right now is not hitting, so I tried to make good pitches, and that was the game. Rodriguez, 7 innings, 1 hit, 7 Ks, no runs. Bottom 7. Stros lead 1-0, 1 out, nobody on. Leake still in the game, and Chris Johnson goals all large on him. Johnson's 3rd homer of the year extends his hitting streak to a career best 9 games. Stros going to win it 4-0.
I don't have an atlas, but I am pretty sure Chicago-St. Louis connected there by the old double nickel and baseball. Cards having a rough weekend at Wrigley, looking to avoid a sweep. Albert Pujols, he's good, but he'd gone 12 at-bats without a hit. That's his longest streak of the season, but we've just fixed that, haven't we? Pujols, homer number 23, ties it at 3. Pujols 9 homers on Sunday, Stuart. No more than 4 on any other day of the week. You know what that means?
You know what that means?
He's found favor. Let's go to the 10th. Sports Center to follow. Cardinals bases loaded, 1 out. Yadier Molina grounds into a 4-6-3. Lou Piniella. That's enough to keep you out of retirement, quite frankly. Bottom 10, Cubs up. 2 on, 2 out. Aramis Ramirez to second. Skip Schumacher can't make the play. Everybody's safe. Bases are loaded. That's the air. And then Ryan Franklin strikes out Marlon Byrd. And that's enough to get you back to retiring if you're sweet, Lou. Game goes to the 11th. Here we go. 2 outs. Saint Felipe Lopez. Solo home run there, and the Cards are up 4-3. Lopez, homer number 6, but at first in his career in extra innings. Now the home half. Cubs, runner on second, 2 outs. Denny Reyes strikes out Kosuke Fukudome, swinging the Cards. Hang on to win it. They avoid getting swept. They end a 3-game losing streak overall. So the Cards jump back in front in the division by half a game. They're off Monday, then go to New York to face the Mets on Tuesday. The Reds, meanwhile, play the Brewers beginning on Monday. Reds Cards have 6 head-to-head games still to play, but the first one didn't come until August 9th in Cincinnati. Angels have the biggest second-place deficit in the bigs, but they are hardly giving up. Trading for starting pitcher Danny Herron Sunday, a pretty good indication of that. Los Angeles getting Herron from the Diamondbacks for veteran pitcher Joe Saunders and 3 prospects. Herron sounds like a guy who is up for the move.
I was born and raised 20 minutes from there, and I still have a lot of family there. My wife, my wife from the same city, so her family's there, and when it comes down to it, at this point in my career, being on the West Coast has a lot of value for me. I mean, being able to be near family and going to a ball club that's, dedicated to winning for, not just, this year, but for a lot of years. So I'm very excited for the opportunity.
Good arm and a durable one. Herron, only hurler to make at least 33 starts in each of the previous 5 seasons. He's given up the most hits in the league, but he's still striking people out at the highest rate of his career. He's signed for 2 more years with a club option for 2013, so that's good if you're the Angels. Buck Showalter on the addition to LAA.
Well, Dan Herron brings some track record. He has been in the American League before, so you don't worry so much about a guy coming from the National League to the American League with the DH being such a factor. But I think what else, it tells the players with the Angels, we're in this thing. We're not going to let the Rangers get any further away without getting some pitching help. Keep in mind that he can make his start against the Red Sox tomorrow, which is his normal day, and also pitch against Texas. So the timing is really good for him to make an immediate impact potentially on the Angels. I think you're going to see them add some offense between now and the end. And if the word's out, the Angels are in, they're going to try to make a run at the Rangers.
Aaron's new team, the Angels, got him to help catch the team this guy used to own in the land the same guy used to preside over. Bottom one, 2-on-2 out. George W. Bush watching Josh Hamilton, the pride of Athens Drive High School in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hard grounder into right center, 2-run score. Hamilton with a triple. Rangers lead 2-zip. Bottom two, 2-on Rangers. Elvis Andrus, liner into the gap in right center. Chris Davis trying to score all the way from first. The throw is in time. Redunculous collision at the plate. Catcher Jeff Mathis hangs on. I went to a baseball game and a hard-knock life broke out. Davis, 6'3", 230, laid the boom on 6-foot, 200-pound Mathis, but props to Mathis because he hung on. Bottom three, still 2-1. 2-1, 2-on-2 out. Hamilton served notice. Ian Kinsler scores, third RBI of the game for Hamilton. 19th game this year with at least 3 hits, most in the bigs. Rangers lead 3-1. Top 9. Angels down 6-4. Neftali Feliz trying to close it out. Runner on second, 2 outs. Juan Rivera to third. Michael Young throwing time. Ranger starter Tommy Hunter goes to 8-0 after just a combined 9-8 the last 2 seasons. Texas wins 6-4. More from the Diamond, including a roadblock on A-Rod's pursuit of 600. And keeping the Yankees in striking distance, the Rays refusing to fade away. Plus, he's not going out on top, but he is stepping away as the greatest ever. Lance Armstrong bids adieu to France. Next.
It started with 2 simple words. And now it's time to join in. Announcing the Claim Your Mazda Summer Sales Event. Enjoy the high resale value of Mazda 3, Mazda 6, the driver's alternative to Camry, or the 7-passenger Mazda CX-9. All available with 0% APR financing for 60 months, plus no monthly payments until October 2010. So why compromise? Hurry in and claim your Mazda today.
Easy is seeing the results before capturing the image. Easy is getting professional quality images with the Live Guide feature. Pro quality, point-and-shoot simplicity, HD video, all in one. The Olympus Pen.
They said it couldn't be done.
It can't be done.
A banana split you can eat with a straw. Arby's Indulgent Strawberry Banana Split Shake with a luscious chocolate swirl and topped with diced strawberries.
They can do it. I cannot.
The Strawberry Banana Split Shake, only at Arby's. Here.
So, you like what you see?
Absolutely.
Revealing enough for you.
Yeah.
When did Coors Light get these new windows?
What?
Windows. Thank you.
Introducing the new Coors Light Cold Activation Window. Now you can see your beer is cold before you buy it.
It's a fire hazard.
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Are you an average guy who does average things in an above average way? Then it's time for you to step up. Go to KlondikeChallenges.com for a chance at winning an SUV, a game room, a home entertainment center, and some self-respect.
Buy Clash of the Titans on Blu-ray.
Someone must take a stand.
Includes an alternate ending never seen in theaters.
Release the Kraken.
Clash of the Titans. Combo pack includes Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy.
Sports Center, brought to you by Mazda. Zoom, zoom, forever.
Royals, Yankees, A-Rod still trying to become just a 7th guy in the 600 home run club. Third day's been stuck on 599. Bottom 2, no score. A-Rod, 599 career homers, and he grounds out to short. I built that drama, though, didn't I, John?
Yes, I was sucked in.
Bottom 3, Yankees up 3-2. A-Rod, 2,629 career hits. And he lines it down the left field line. Scott Podsednik struggles to field it. Mark Teixeira scores all the way from first, double by A-Rod. But again, I built that drama. You were thinking maybe.
I'm going to stop listening to you, actually.
Bottom 4, Yankees up 4-3. Curtis Granderson Take Sean O'Sullivan out. Second solo shot of the game, 9th of the year. Now, A-Rod can't get 600, but Curtis got 110 and 111 for his career. Bottom 5, A-Rod up again. I'm not going to build anything because A-Rod just grounded out to end the 5th. A-Rod, not happy. Top 6, dark clouds start to come in. Lightning strikes. I feel like I'm reading my 10-year-old a scary story at bedtime or something. Crew Chief Mike Riley signals the crew, bring out the tarp. We'd go into a rain delay for 2 hours, 32 minutes. Bottom 7, Yankees up 6-3. Runners on first and second for A-Rod. He ain't knocking it out, but he's putting some hard wood on it. Rips it to second. Nick Swisher scores from second. Yankees up 7-3. A-Rod credited with an RBI single. Bottom 8, Yankees up 9-5. Another at bat for A-Rod. Bases loaded. Blake Wood plunks him with the pitch. Technically, another RBI. Third in the night. No 600, but 1,787 career RBI and a visit from the trainer. Check it out. The pitch hits A-Rod. It pierced to on his left hand. Yankees win the game 12-6. A-Rod would leave the game with a possible injury. After the game, Rodriguez talked about getting hit.
It was a little bit of the twilight, so I was more fearful of the ball coming towards my face, or, obviously the hand is so sensitive, and it's very easy to, break a bone or chip a bone. So I'm just glad that none of that happened. Guys don't want to get, my arms extended. I do a lot of my damage to center field and right center, so that's just part of the game, good hard baseball.
Rays ended an 18-game losing streak in Cleveland on Saturday. They go 2 in a row. Reed Brignac, 3 homers in his last 5 games. If Reed were to punch you in the face, you'd have to resist a strong urge to thank him. Reed Brignac, the most interesting man in the world. 4th jack in his last 6 days, 6th of the year. Rays take a 3-1 lead. Bottom 7, Indians down 4-2. 2-out runner on second and third. Carlos Santana, hard to Brignac. Nice diving stop for the out at first, inning over. Bottom 8, same score. 2 outs, 2 on. Shelley Duncan at the plate. Wild pitch by Grant Balfour. Runners advance, tying run on second. Later in the at-bat, Shelley Duncan can do some damage, can be the man, the Mac Daddy, can be all of that. Or he can pop up to right. Unfortunately for at least Shelley Duncan fans, he picks B. Indians fall to the Rays 4-2. Rays 13th win the last 18 games. Whether it's heights, snakes, or speaking in public, we all struggle to face our fears. How one man learned to embrace his with a parachute strapped to his back. That's later.
The bike race is over. 20th, final stage of the Tour de France, a ride of formality and pageantry into Paris and down the Champs-Élysées. Alberto Contador enjoying some fine champagne, my tempestuous dough, clinching his 3rd victory in 4 years during Saturday's time trial, and really just made it official, crossing the line on Sunday. There you see it. Only 5 guys have won more tours than Contador's 3. Viva España again. Contador not only winning his 3rd tour, but 5th in a row for Spain, and the country is still celebrating its first triumph in the FIFA World Cup. Rafael Nadal started the month by winning his 2nd Wimbledon title, and Paul Gasol started the summer by helping the Lakers to an NBA title in June. All right, Sergio Garcia, get going. You're up next. The 5 straight wins by Spanish riders at the Tour are all of them since Lance Armstrong first retired in 2005. Now, for those of you who did not take 9th grade French, it turns out Armstrong merely said au revoir to the race that year, till I see you again, which turned out to be last summer. Basically rode through France as a fundraiser and nearly won. This July, Armstrong actually bid farewell to the Tour. Adieu. Thinking he had a chance to win, pedal along like a fundraiser.
What's your emotion knowing that this could be the last time you go up and down during the Tour?
It's definitely the last time. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, I think it's been a tougher tour than all of us expected in the bunch. It's certainly been tougher for me with the breaks that I had, but no regrets. I wanted to do better for sure, but I was proud to stay in there and finish, and I thought it was going to be more successful, to be honest, but I just couldn't do it.
That was Armstrong pre-race, and he got on the bike for the final stage of his 13th and final tour. He and his team wanted to wear black jerseys with 28 in support of the fight of cancer. He's forced by the officials to change back into a red jersey, and then from there, off he went. Racing through Paris one last time, finishing 40 minutes behind the winner. His best showing actually in the prologue when they got started, when he finished 4th. Now, further adding to the finality of Armstrong's time in France, he said his first thought after crossing the finish line, I need a cold beer. God bless you. And with that, Lance's history at the Tour. A lot of history.
It is a career, like the race itself, best divided into stages. Before the cancer and the comeback and all those yellow jerseys and the questions and accusations, Lance Armstrong started the Tour de France as a one-day wonder, a classics rider. He won a stage in '93 showing promise, another in '95 demonstrating possibilities. His '96 tour ended early on, Armstrong withdrawing because of illness. 3 months later, he was diagnosed with testicular cancer and given a 40% chance to live.
I intend to beat this disease, and further, I intend to ride again as a professional cyclist.
Whether it was a miracle of medicine or mercy or a man's will, Armstrong survived to live and live strong, returning to France in '99 and winning the Tour. A second win followed, and a third and a fourth, and by the time he was done in 2005, Armstrong had ridden down the Champs-Élysées victorious and stood atop the podium a record 7 times. The retirement seemed well-deserved. Thousands of grueling, competitive miles, and many of them ridden under suspicion. While millions trumpeted the man as a hero, a smaller but vocal group shouted drug cheat. Armstrong has denied every doping allegation, passed every test.
We've proven time in and time out that we're clean.
For 3 years, he left the bike and the critics behind to concentrate on raising money and awareness and inspiration in the fight against cancer, which eventually brought him back to the Tour. A remarkable third-place finish in 2009, followed by his farewell ride over the last month. High hopes derailed by crashes and age, spoiled by a new round of the old drug use allegations. So at 38 years old and in 23rd place, Armstrong says he is leaving the Tour for good. Its greatest champion, or perhaps the exact opposite.
Still ahead between the speeches and celebration in Cooperstown. There's still time for a few laughs. Don't miss Johnny doing his best Harry Carey. Plus,
there's only one team that's happy at the end of the season, and you know how bad it is even when you get there and you're not able to get it done.
out to prove others wrong and meet their own expectations. More on the fire that burns inside Mike Shanahan and his QB Donovan McNabb next.
The 2010 AT&T MLS All-Star Game on ESPN2.
My name's Cindy.
My name is Michael.
My name is Dan. I'm 23 years old. 19 years old. I'm 40 years ago. I'm only 25.
I was angry at the world.
I was outraged. I was frightened.
Devastated. You can either fight and stay there, or you can leave. I'm not going to give in.
Every breath was going to
Just sort of clarified my life.
Made a promise to myself.
I was going to fight harder.
I started spending more time with my kids. I started eating better. I started riding my bike everywhere. I started swimming again.
And I got up the next day and I wanted to do it again.
I'm stronger than I ever was before.
A lot of stuff. That's why.
We started the foundation.
I just finished my first draft.
I climbed Mount
Got vaccines into Uganda.
We've raised over 100,000 signatures.
I'm
finally doing something that I think matters.
Something that actually matters. There's a lot more in me.
There's still so much more I'm gonna do.
Thanks for helping me out. I've got all these pictures, music, videos, and look, it's gotten out of control.
Here, Sony's exclusive media gallery organizes all of your media. And with built-in search, you can find what you're looking for.
How does it do that?
Introducing the Sony Vaio laptop with Media Gallery.
It's the end of the model year, and Nissan's laying it all on the line with bottom line offers on Rogue's versatility, safety, and value. Nissan's bottom line sales event. Get to a Nissan dealer now for the bottom line. Like up to $2,500 total customer savings on Rogue. Hurry, this event ends soon. And that's the bottom line.
Good game. Good game. Have game time
Good dinner.
and dinner time at the same time. The KFC Fan Feast. Get both original recipe and grilled, plus sides and biscuits.
Can your mom pitch too?
S-O-G-O-O-D good.
You never thought of yourself as a food critic. You also never thought it'd be as easy as, you know, you've never been able to do so much with something so small. The HTC Aria, exclusively at AT&T.
Dove Men Plus Care with Micro Moisture.
It activates on contact, leaving your skin moisturized. It's clinically proven to fight skin dryness better than any regular men's body wash, leaving your skin feeling comfortable. Be comfortable in your own skin.
Weapon.
From fruit?
How do you like them apples?
Go to FRS.com for a trial offer and to locate a retailer near you.
Right now, all over the country, Discover customers are getting 5% cashback bonus at the pump. And at many of the places their summer plans take them. It pays to get more. It pays to Discover.
Hey, everybody up on your feet, all you Cardinals. And how about some of you Cub fans? Yeah. God was a baseball fan because the first 3 words of the Bible are, in the big inning. All right, take me out to the ball game. Or it's 1, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hurry up and take the picture.
And they canceled the baseball bunch. Hall of Fame ceremonies held Sunday. Whitey Herzog, elected by the Veterans Committee. He won 6 division titles, 3 National League pennants, and a World Series title. That one came with the Cardinals. John Miller, voice of ESPN's Sunday Night Baseball, except obviously this Sunday, given the Ford C. Frick Award for contributions to broadcasting. And the only player inducted this year was the Hawk, Andre Dawson. He is one of 3 players in big league history, 400 homers, 300 stolen bases. The others, Willie Mays, Barry Bonds.
I didn't play this game with this goal in my mind, but I'm living proof that if you love this game, the game will love you back. I will never forget this day, and I will never forget those who helped make it possible. I will never forget that it was my love for the game that propelled me and kept me going when times got tough.
You say to yourself, how did this happen? And then you start thinking about all the people, good people you work with, all the good people you work for, all the good coaches that work for you. And I'm not here because I'm a player. I'm here because of managing. And I had a lot of good players play for me. Being elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York, is like going to heaven before you die.
There's a lot more history to being a baseball broadcaster than even you know. I once found a passage in the Psalms, a biblical passage, and the tradition of this business goes back to biblical times. The Psalm says, Lord, I am but a wayfarer before you, a pilgrim like my fathers, a wandering play-by-play poet. Hey, I'm a kid from Hayward. I just wanted a job where I could eat French fries while I was working. And now here I am today.
Great moments for all 3 of those guys. Other Cooperstown honorees, Doug Harvey, spent 31 years as an NL umpire, working 6 All-Star games, 5 World Series, 7 Championship Series. And Bill Madden took the J.G. Taylor Spink Award for his work as a baseball writer. 32 years with the New York Daily News, Yankees beat writer from 1980 to 88. He covered 35 World Series. Marlins and Braves. This is a series worth covering over the weekend. Good stuff. Here we go. Bottom 4. Marlins down 2-1 runners on the corner. Wes Helms into the gap, and he's going to keep turning left till he gets to 3rd. Dan Ugla, Cody Ross score. Marlins go up 3-2 on Jair Jurgens in the 8th. Braves down now, still a run, but it's 4-3. Chipper Jones. That 2's in the gap. Chipper's going to get 2 bags out of this one, and the milkman, Milky Cabrera, scores. We're tied at 4. Let's go to the 11th. Free baseball. Nate McLouth with 1 out, grounds into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. Game tied at 4. Like the mud they got going down there in Miami. All right, Marlins, 3 walk-off wins in the last 6 games. Well, what is it? 3's a trend, 4's just lucky or something. All it means is it's going your way. Helms, base hit through the infield. Hanley Ramirez scores. Dog pile. Marlins win it 5-4.
Careful.
People all aboard the